Hello everyone, welcome to our Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist review. I am Ryan Telgenick, and I have finished the game.
And I'm Hollander Cooper, and I haven't. So I played a lot of Splinter Cell Conviction, loved Conviction, didn't really play a lot of the old ones. Is this game for me? Is it for previous Splinter Cell fans? Who's it for?
Well, I think a lot of the hardcore Splinter Cell fans who did not like Conviction, their biggest problem with the game was that it kind of forced you into a certain playstyle. Like Sam always pretty much just killed everybody in his path. And the nice thing about Blacklist is that it provides you the opportunity to really play it however you want. I mean, yes, it is still very action heavy, just as Conviction was, but you can choose to buy special equipment and op suits that are geared towards stealth as opposed to full-on firefights. So what happens is when you buy a new stealth suit, it kind of like reduces the amount of damage you can take while increasing your ability to remain unseen. And so if you opt to play that way, you really do have to stick to the shadows and really stealth your way around. Whereas if you really preferred the action of Conviction, you can purchase armored suits that'll keep you alive in sustained firefights. So you can kind of play it either way.
So you can customize your character with actual armor almost that lets you play it like I played Conviction with. I just used Mark and Execute all the time. Is that back too?
So Mark and Execute is back. I guess the real cool twist is that you can do it while moving, and while I never actually used it that way very much, it is a pretty neat feature. But the really important thing is now in Blacklist there are many enemies in almost every mission that have special armored helmets to where they're like we heard Sam Fisher is shooting people in the head. We need a solution. It's essentially a workaround to prevent you from abusing Mark and Execute. So while it is still an extremely useful tool, and if you're playing stealthily, it's a great thing to use in a pinch. You can't really abuse it because a lot of the enemies, if you shoot them in the helmet, it just knocks their helmet off and then you're seen. So you really have to be really selective and careful of how you use it.
So the gameplay sounds pretty solid. How about the new Sam Fisher? They did a switcheroo on the voice actor, and he looks a little different now.
Yeah, so Michael Ironside is no longer doing the voice. I think the end result, he's a pretty convincing character, although I would say the new voice is a bit too passive and monotone for my liking.
Sam, talk to me.
Your contact's been made. He's dead.
We got more militia en route. Advise you move out, sir.
All right, I need options. Now would be good.
I kind of wish that it had a bit more personality to it, but he is a very convincing special ops agent, kind of very serious, stern kind of guy. So, he does a decent performance. I just think it could have used a bit more, variations, I suppose.
How about the other characters in the game? Are they interesting?
Yeah, they're not so bad. I mean, you've got this tech kid named Charlie on your team who's a know-it-all dude, and you've got Briggs, who's your special ops partner when you play in co-op missions, and then of course Grimm. But yeah, they all do a really, really good job, and they're all at least semi-interesting characters.
As you fly around in what looks like the Normandy from Mass Effect.
Yeah, the Paladin, your base of operations. A really cool thing about this, though, is that, first of all, you can upgrade parts of the actual plane that you're in, and these have benefits in the field, too. So it's like, you can upgrade the cockpit of the plane, which gives you a radar while you're in a mission. I mean, these things are totally optional, but they are really cool supplemental things that you can choose to upgrade. And another neat thing is the entire game, its interface, where you would select to play co-op or multiplayer or single player, is all integrated into the same interface. So it kind of gives it this really neat, seamless kind of feel to it.
So it doesn't feel like separate campaigns, whether you're playing single player or co-op.
Yeah, it has a neat touch in that it kind of makes everything feel connected.
And speaking of the co-op, how does that play out?
The co-op is very, very fun, although I would say it is far more challenging than it was in Conviction, in the sense that there are no mid-mission checkpoints when you're playing co-op. So you either it's all or nothing, because if even one guard spots you, it's game over and you have to retry the mission.
Oh, damn.
So that gets really, really tough. I was playing with another guy, and we beat one of the first missions, no problem, but the second one we retried probably 20 times and didn't even clear it. So it can be very frustrating, so be prepared for that.
And how about the main course of multiplayer offerings, the return of Spies versus Mercs?
Oh man, the mode is so fun. If you're not familiar with what that is, it was introduced in Pandora tomorrow, and there's 2 different versions. There's a 2 versus 2 mode where there's 2 spies, 2 mercs. The really cool thing is the spies play in third person just like you would control Sam Fisher in the single player campaign. The mercs play in first person mode, so it's almost like you're hunting down these guys who are crawling in the shadows, and it's really, really tense and super addictive. It's very fun. And then of course there's also an expanded 4 versus 4 mode of the same gameplay type. So really, really tense. But again, it is so fun to play, and you'll definitely love it.
All right, sounds pretty interesting. So what did you end up scoring it?
Yeah, we ended up scoring Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist a 4 out of 5 stars. And if you want to check out the full review, check out GamesRadar.com.
There is no program, no secret spies, no hidden agendas. Any questions?
Who the hell are you? CIA? Delta?
Welcome to 4th Echelon.